Bronx Papito. Oh my God, we box over here today. That's you? Is that you? Nueva York. Oh my God, mira, Bad Bunny killed it, Bronx Papito. They
Yes, he did.
killed it.
He killed it.
Killed it this weekend. We're gonna talk about it. Also, mira, adult pacifiers. Adult pacifiers? Ay, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? Ay, Dios mío. Y mira, hundreds of chiefs. They take over California. Se fueron a pasear por ahí. Ay, Dios mío. Mira, so much more. Today, let's talk about it. And here on the Latino Ruido.
Let
Ruido.
noise.
Aquí en el Latino Ruido todo puede ocurrir. El Latino Ruido, escucha el tambor, ritmo de cultura, pasión y amor. Desde el corazón hasta el plato servido. Somos el alma, somos el ruido.
Monster.
Ruido. Hi, everybody. Look, we remote today. We remote today.
We are remote.
Yes.
See?
So, but listen, we're gonna bring you the best show ever. Charles, unfortunately, is not feeling well. He's like,
He's
you know.
feeling a chewy, a chewy.
So, we were like this, like, look, we're not gonna
We gotta
be in
stay
the
away
same
from
studio.
him. I got mocos. I got mocos, papito. Look at me.
But hey, guys, welcome to another episode of El Latino Ruido. I'm your girl Evie.
And I'm Bronx, papito.
Where are you? How are you guys? Ba-ba-ba-ba. Hey, we gotta do it like this. Pero mira, how are you guys? I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful week. Happy Latino Heritage Month. We're still celebrating that. And how was your weekend, Bros Papito? How are you? Look,
Well,
I'm looking at you like
I'm
this.
gonna talk about me. I'm gonna talk about you. How was your weekend? You
It
know,
was wonderful.
it was Evie's birthday. We celebrated Evie's birthday this weekend, and we had a good time. How was happy birthday, Evie?
Thank you. The big 5-0, baby. Wait,
Yes,
can I do a five? Like, is that a five? I don't even know what that is.
five.
I do not know what that is, but listen, I had an amazing time.
Start off with Friday. What you did Friday?
Okay, Friday. Oh my God. So Friday, like, girls, I listen. I went to get a massage.
Heidi's.
A
How you?
massage. Hola, Yuri, ¿cómo estás? Went to get a massage, foot rub, back rub, rub in the front, the back, in between. Woohoo! You know how it is. Oh, did I
Nice
say too much?
day.
No, no, no. But I had a well deserved
Happy
massage.
endings. You got
It
happy.
was a well deserved massage, Bounce Papito. Like, hello. And we went to we and then Saturday I did my hair. Hey, did my nails. A little pamper. You gotta pamper yourself once in a while in your birthday. And had a wonderful time. Had an amazing time. Dinner. Watched the Bad Bunny concert, which we're gonna talk about more
About that.
about it. Yes. Oh my God, he killed it. He killed them. Listen, to begin with, when we first got there, it was just like it. It was kind of packed. I was like, wait a minute,
It
what's
was
going
kind of
on?
packed. Luckily,
It was kind of packed because I'm thinking, so restaurant, blah blah. It was packed. They had our space was set up. It was ready. We went.
uh,
It was so good. Ate some arroz con gandules, carne frita, yuca. Mira de todo. Yo me jalté. Me jalté.
yuca frita, yo.
Yuca frita, tostones. Oh my God. I loved it.
You know what was awesome about
Yes.
that? Your celebration that we was
Uh-huh.
there at the place and we had a great time eating there, and then everything was set up for us perfectly, right? And
Uh-huh.
they had balloons, everything. Happy birthday, Evie, and then they had the Teletron like up, and then
Oh
you
my
could
God.
view the Bad Bunny video, right? And then what was cool about it is that the air conditioning there was so real. You felt like you was at the concert, and
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh my God,
Yes.
it was amazing. And then not only that, on the reels, Amazon Prime themselves had over 300,000 views. Like,
And more because it's
just
still running until this day. It's
yeah,
gonna be running.
it's
And
gonna
it
be
has the streaming view. I mean, it's gonna, I think personally, the way that I see it in online and what I'm reading, it's gonna surpass 1 billion because it just keeps, everybody keeps watching it and, passing it over, transferring, whatever. Thank you, Edie.
yes.
Um,
Yeah,
so
talking
you
about,
feel like you were in the concert, first of all.
yeah, I felt like I was there, and we celebrating your birthday. We eating all this good food, and we felt like we was at like front stage, but behind the stage with VIP section just for Evie, and we was there with the royalty of the Bronx. You know,
Yes, that's a good shout out. Please, big, big, big shout out to Ruben Saltana.
yeah,
The whole half of the court of the Bronx Puerto Rican parade was there. Ah, it was amazing. The Queen was there.
yeah. The Queen was there. Two princesses was there.
Yeah.
The
And
king
one
was
of the
there.
princess' grandmother was there.
Yes.
He
Oh my God.
killed that. We're gonna post pictures on the Latino Rido page in
Yeah.
our pages. I'm sure that you've seen it
And on
on our
the page
pages.
as well. You could just check it out on
Yes.
the page as well. Listen. First of all, that princess's grandma, she was amazing, wasn't she?
Listen, she was, I think she was like the flower of the night.
Yes, she
She
was.
made the night much better. She was just, it didn't matter. She stood until the end of the concert and she was just getting up,
She
dancing and
danced
moving,
all over this.
moviéndose. Oh
She
my God.
She was
It was a
91 years
blessing.
old, guys. 91 years old. And the face, she was watching the screen like this, like she was in PR, and you could see the teenager, the flashback in her face, and she was like this, like mesmerized throughout the whole concert and up through the whole evening. It was amazing. She hung out. She hung out. You know,
I was just like so amazed and so like beyond, like it brought me tears, and even the magnitude of just the concert itself, because he felt, and the energy, the vibe in the place, and I think that energy was everywhere that were viewing the concert.
yeah,
Honestly,
everywhere. I know a lot of spots
he killed
that's
it. I mean,
that
from beginning to end, he killed it. He gave us a little bit of everything, and just his energy and his message, because he would stop and he would give those positive messages
here and there.
about
Everything.
living life, loving the people that are around you, your family, your kids, living about today. Forget about the past. Whatever happened in the past is in the past. Let's keep going forward and focus on now. And it was just the whole vibe. Bronx Capito. I even cry. I cry.
Yeah,
I really cry.
not
I
you.
did.
You know what was funny? You wasn't the only one crying that night. Everybody was crying that night. Like
Yep.
everybody's tears came down when Mark Anthony came down, and they were singing "Preciosa," and everybody cried throughout the whole night through this concert, through this
They
amazing
sure did.
your birthday. Like I was like, yo, this is amazing. We had some nice tres leche cake.
Hmm.
Ooh, oh my god, it was an amazing day.
Yummy. Okay, sorry.
Yes, it was amazing.
But listen, it was just amazing, and of course it was epic. My family, my brother was there, my cousin, my friends, which is my family. Gigi was there, Vanessa, you,
Vanessa, Gigi,
Betty,
yeah,
um
your
Angie was
brother,
there, my brother Joey, um
Anthony.
Anthony was there. It, it just it was just great. It was so great. I was very blessed, and and our other extended family. Listen, people, Tony and some other people from there. I mean, they were just so great.
Listen, the
Ruben, thank you,
experience,
Ruben,
yeah,
for the love.
yeah, Ruben. hung out with us, and he was
Mhm.
such a great sport. He was there with his royalty, and like it was such an amazing night that I couldn't even like you can't even forget it. And just that you know that part when Mark Anthony came out, right? And
That was
every
another thing. He had, yeah.
oh my God, that had every yo, listen, it had goosebumps up my spine. Everybody was screaming, shooting. I took my rag out like I was throwing my panties. I was like, oh, I love you, Mark. And yo, listen, it was
Oh my God.
exciting. It
We
was
love you,
the most
Bonita.
exciting experiences there was.
It was an amazing experience. Listen, it was just, I wasn't expecting it, but it took over. It just took over for another meaningful, just because of the things that are happening right now in the world, and we're being restricted. We can't say this, we can't say that, but we had that moment, especially on my birthday, my celebrate, that it was like, oh my God, this is so, we're singing out loud, and we're united. Estamos compartiendo juntos. Nobody's arguing, nobody's upset, nobody's fighting. We're just having a good time over music, over a good vibe.
Yeah,
Period. You know.
an amazing time.
Yeah.
You know, like and you know what? The company was also amazing. Like, you know, everybody there was there like one unit. Like nobody was against each other. Everybody was supporting each other. You know, Evie had her section as the party. She had the big party section. So everybody was saying happy birthday to her, and then they had the little birthdays in the other side, and everybody was saying happy birthday to each other and giving each other love.
It
And
was kind. It was surreal. It was surreal.
it was surreal.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, listen, you forget that you was in a restaurant and you was at a concert live, and
Yeah, it felt like we were, and everybody was standing up. There were some people sitting down, yeah, but most of the people there were standing up,
everybody was
dancing.
screaming.
The
Uh,
flags were everywhere. There was the two ladies that they were just going around the restaurant with the flag, and everybody. We had a flag as well. With the para. I mean, they went all out. It
yeah,
was just. I was like, I felt like I was in Puerto Rico, honestly. Like I
yeah.
was in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, listen, I actually did feel like I
For
was
real.
and that's the one thing about that princess's grandma. Her face looked like she was in PR as well.
Yeah.
Like and then when he came out with the casita, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god, it just threw everybody out
And
for
the perreo, they were like this.
listen,
Uh.
it was
Uh.
just an amazing experience. We all loved it, like I couldn't
Oh, definitely, definitely. And I'm very blessed and I'm grateful. I had an amazing time.
mhm.
Really, really did. I had an amazing time. I ate good. I had good cakey. Bien buen cakey, estaba bueno. And it's just the whole vibe was good.
Did
And I'm
you
very blessed and I'm very thankful. Thank you. Thank you for everybody.
yes.
Everybody like gave me a shout out.
Uh,
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for giving me a shout out. It's the Big 50, and let me knock on wood, espérate, como se decía antes, mira.
50.
Knock on wood. Que gracias a Dios I'm still here y estoy respirando y viviendo, you know.
Guys, do you see how good 50 looks?
I aged like wine. Pero
Uh,
no, no wine, espérate, pitorro, como pitorro, look. Como Mavi.
but
The more fermented, it tastes better.
yeah, listen, it was awesome, and but let's talk about that performance, that Mark Anthony performance,
Mira, don't get me started. Don't get me started because,
that Preciosa.
mira, déjame decirte una cosa. When he came out and he announced that he was gonna sing it, everybody was like, I hear everybody, oh no, he's not, no, he didn't. And when we hear that dun 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 dun, everybody was like, oh my god! And it just took. And then when Mark Anthony he started singing, Mark Anthony, I'm sorry, Bad Bunny started
That's
singing it.
singing
But
it.
then when Mark Anthony came on, everybody was like, oh my god!
Yes,
It just was,
you
it
know,
was crazy.
what I was surprised that Bad Bunny did had an excellent voice to sing that song.
You know what? Don't sleep on Bad Bunny. He could sing. Déjame
Listen,
decirte.
listen. I'm not going to put
Sing.
nothing against Bad Bunny. I think he's at the top of his game, and he's showing everybody what kind of range he has. Because he actually sang that song equal to Mark when they sang it.
Al principio, yeah, and then Mark Anthony came, and then Mark Anthony made it his with his, he goes,
Oh,
we love you, Mark. Anyway, we love you. Call us here in the Latino Ruido. Call us.
Mark,
Pero yeah, but he made it his own. Huh?
former freestyle artist.
Yes.
Yeah,
Time. Yeah, with little Louis Vega.
yeah.
Viste, and he got a couple of them. He especially Time. I like Time. That I don't know how I forgot how it goes, but it's called Time that he did with little Louis Vega.
You
He
know,
did an album actually. He did the whole album.
album.
But it's unfortunate because it didn't get the play that it should have deserved. Unfortunately, music business, bad people are sometimes
Once you find it, you just play it,
naughty.
just listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he did
Just
an
you
awesome
can
job.
find it anywhere.
Like first of all, Mark Anthony did an awesome job with that song "Preciosa." It's
Hmm.
historic song. Like
It sure is.
it's not. I don't know.
Which made us
You know,
kind of talk about where
let's
Preciosa came from.
talk about
Now
Preciosa.
that we are celebrating Latino Heritage Month,
Yes, yes. Let's talk about
¿verdad?
Preciosa. Let's talk about that. Go ahead.
Let's talk about it. Pues mira, La Preciosa was written and composed by, of course, Rafael Hernandez Marin. But
Yes,
we over here in the state we don't use the two last names, but Rafael Hernandez, and he was a Puerto Rican composer and musician, born
yes,
in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, and he was part of he came from a humble family of African Puerto Rican heritage. Mira
hmm,
eso, cigar makers. Can you believe that? Cigar makers.
cigar makers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and at the age of 12, he got the little cosquillita, the music and playing music instruments. And finally, he let his family know, listen, this is more than me. I need to follow my dream. And they sent him to San Juan, Puerto Rico to study in La Escuela de Música in San Juan. And by the age of 14, 17 years old, I mean, he was composing. I mean, he could play the clarinet, el piano, la guitar. I mean, he could do it all. He could do it all.
Do it all. Like he was
Hmm.
one of those pioneers of the music that we live in today. Not just reggaeton,
Absolutely.
and and what we hear, and even hip hop. You know what I'm saying? He is the pioneer of what it is. He started it all.
And guys, and there's so much more. We're gonna talk about it as we speak, as the show goes on. But there's so much more that connects. This man is an amazing person. He was an amazing guy. Have him en la gloria. But mira, he is the like Bronx Papita said. He was the roots of what it is: reggaeton, salsa, pop, hip hop.
Yeah,
Believe it or not.
he is. He is. Did you know that at the age of 12 he has already immersed in music, learning various instruments and
Uh
performing
huh.
professionally?
He
Yeah,
did. It was a couple of instruments that he got to play, that
yeah,
he knows how to play, and of course, unfortunately, the whole cultural shifts of America taking over. He get war this and World War I. Guess
yeah.
what happened? A lot of hi Gigi.
Yes, Gigi.
Gigi was there. So all these changes and stuff like that, he got he needed to join and um be part of this war. Unfortunately, tú sabes cómo era back in the days. They recruit people. He got recruited,
Yeah,
and when he joined, I think it was World War I. I'm not sure the timetables, but he did join what is called Harlem Hellfighters.
The Harlem Hellfighters. Yeah,
Yes, it was a group,
it was a regimental band.
right? A regiment, and so of course, hello, composer, music, that's in his blood. So along with him, along 16 other Black Puerto Rican,
Yeah, they formed two
they joined.
groups. Right? It was two groups.
Well, no, that came after. That came after when he was in the service. He joined this orchestra, and they got to they travel to Europe, and they got to play everywhere in Europe, especially in France. And France kind of recognized him, gave him some type of he became an honorary of some. I'm not really sure the the certificate that it was given to him, but he became kind of like the part of the. He was a composer. He was the director of the
Yeah,
orchestra, so
yeah, he was a
he got
director.
recognition.
Excuse
Came
me,
back.
guys. Hold on
Uh-huh.
for a second, guys. If you buffering, please, if you want, you could trans over to YouTube live and watch us there, and you won't get the buffering as much.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, was we live on YouTube as well
Yes,
and Twitch, baby.
yes. So you can watch us.
Pero
Yeah,
like yeah, no, I'm so sorry, but after the war, he moved to New York. And he that's when he started, of course, following his dream, his love, music. He
mhm,
started writing. He continued, and he brought his sister from Puerto Rico,
yeah.
que vino y abrió la Casa Hernández in the Bronx, which is now known as Casa Amadeo. And that's something.
Yes, that's
Which is
true.
a historical
Yes,
build, a historical store building in the Bronx.
yes, because Casa Hernandez was a booking agency where they used to,
Yep.
if you was a musician, a songwriter, or whatever, you came in, they booked you, and that was the house his sister built, and that
Victoria,
house,
his sister named Victoria,
his sister
which
Victoria,
one of the groups was named after her.
and then what she did as time passed by, that house is now known as Casa Amadeo, which you could find on Sulla Boulevard, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah, look at that.
you know.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? The same house that helped and other, Héctor Lavoe, Mike Anthony,
Celia Cruz.
I mean, it's
Everybody
just
came from there.
historical, historical
It's a historical spot.
story of
Um,
that. Yeah, ain't
Listen,
that something?
yeah,
Ain't
I
that-
actually think that it was amazing that you get to see how things from the past turn into what's now, and everything
Right?
coincides in history, and everything just come into one. And that's the part of being Latino is, like it goes way back from, you know, the days of
El tío, the like
like,
tatarabuelos,
you know what I'm saying?
abuelitas, everything.
The
It's just
bomba music, everything, it goes way back, and then we here in 2025, and you get to see the transition of things that bring you a night. Everything, like Casa Amadeo brought Mark Anthony, Hector Lavoe, Celia
many.
Aceros, but you got
Mhm.
to remember that same house is Casa Hernandez who started all of this. So like it's like
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? And during that time, he had not only was he directing little like orchestra, he made his own two bands like you mentioned before, and it was called El Trío Borincano y Cuarteto Victoria. So which it was based, but then later the name was changed. But that's how it started,
yeah, yeah,
and it was a booking store, booking agency type, and from there it took him everywhere. I mean, he went to Cuba. He was he was a director of an orchestra in Havana. From there, he went to Mexico. And Mexico, he stood there a couple of years. He even to continue learning music and learning new things. He enlisted in one of the Mexico's music schools that was over there at the time. and he even studied acting. ¿Tú puedes creer eso?
Yeah, he did. He
He
did.
studied
He
acting.
started acting. I believe he directed a few movies, and
Well, he didn't direct
he
per
did.
se, but he was involved in the score of the movie, and he learned a lot about what the producing part of it, you know. And
Yeah,
he met his wife. He met his wife there. He was married to a Mexican, believe it or not. He
yeah.
met Pero you know what? During those years, that's when he wrote Preciosa y El Lamento Borincano. He wrote those two songs that brought him back into like missing Puerto Rico, and eventually he did went back. He
Did you
went back to
know?
Puerto Rico.
Did you know Preciosa was supposed to be the Puerto Rican anthem?
No me digas, Bounce Papito. No, de veras. I mean, listen, honestly, Bounce Papito, I'm gonna be honest, and everybody out there, please do comment below. Let us know how you think. Honestly, I think that that's the anthem of Puerto Rico.
It
For
is.
me personally, I feel that whenever I hear that song and I hear those lyrics and those words, it's an anthem for me about mi isla Puerto Rico. Um, Unfortunately, that's the way I feel. I don't know how everybody feels
Yeah.
about that. And it could have been an anthem. It could have been the anthem of Puerto Rico.
This is what I'm saying. Could have been in history. It was supposed to be. I think it was meant to be a national anthem for Puerto Rico, but there was a few words that the government didn't
You know,
appreciate.
cuando dice, yeah, when he says, no matter if the tyrant treats you with black malice. Eso right there was kind of like, it was kind of implementing like what was going on during that time in Puerto Rico and the takeover of America, the United States over Puerto Rico. And the government was kind of like, look, listen, I'll make it an anthem, pero you got to take that out. Pero ¿qué pasó? Chacho, el jibarito dijo, hell no, this is how I feel. And I'm going to stand by my song and my writings. And that's it. Y ya, punto y parte, punto y sellado. And the government was like, okay, so then it's not going to become the anthem.
Yeah,
So then it goes into, the Borinqueña came about and it was written by Juncos. He just won an award. They just threw one of those, kind of like, special. Hey, listen, if you write us a song and whoever wins is going to become the anthem of Puerto Rico. And
yeah,
that's what happened with Juncos. No disrespect, but if you go back and you talk about and read the lyrics compared to Preciosa to what the Borinqueña is right now, you can see why the difference and why
there is a
the
difference.
Borinqueña covers the things, the little things that people don't see from back in the day, a
It's
little
just
colonial power, let's
it,
say.
it is, but that's how it was back in the days. You wasn't allowed to speak the way you wanted to speak, and if you spoke against the government of in a certain type of way, you was chastised for it. But
And it's messed up. That is sad, because it's not,
if you think
it
about
shouldn't be.
it's 2025, right? And everybody sings that song as it was their anthem, as the Boricua anthem. And
That's how I feel.
yeah,
Guys, what you feel? Comment below.
I hear people crying like when that song come on, they sing and they scream and they put up their hand about the sangre. Oh,
Porque
it's,
la llevo en la sangre por herencia de mis padres.
yeah, listen, I
Y
love
con
it.
Oh no, that's sorry.
Yeah, I love it. I thought it would. I think it's awesome. I think that while you go through loving your heritage and keeping that feeling inside of you of how proud and pride that you got and the song and the music, it just makes you just realize that listen, there's a lot more on this planet and a lot more on this earth just to realize of there's a lot to learn There's a lot to learn and a
It's
lot.
a lot, and this is and Bros Papito, we just picking on little pieces of the story. I mean, you guys, like urge you to just get on the internet and research and read. This man is an amazing person. I don't care about the personal innuendos. I just listen. It's about the craft and his talent and what the different and what he's done, the contributions he's done to
Yeah.
music, to the story, to the history of Puerto Rico. And I know we focusing on Puerto Rico, right now. But if anybody out there, Mexicano, Dominicano, Ecuatoriano, if you go back and you start
Everybody knows
to
Rafael.
kindle yourself with your heritage, with your history, your where your nation, your country came from,
Ladies.
you know.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
On YouTube now. Yeah.
Pero it's an amazing thing, and it goes back into it it's part of so many it's part of so many roots because la borinqueña, actually, tú sabes, Lola Rodriguez de Tio was the one who made the original lyrics of the Puerto Rican anthem back in the days, because she was part of the council El Grito de Lares, which happened yesterday,
That's
which
true.
it was celebrating yesterday, September 23, El Grito de Lares, which happened in 1868. And unfortunately, because of the things that were happening in the world at that time, the government was like, oh no, we can't have those words, you
Yeah.
know. So of course, here comes Manuel Fernandez Junco, Mr. Juncos, and wrote his own version of it, and they decided to go the little what I call the ice cream version of it.
Hmm.
And but it comes from so
Welcome
deep
to
in
Randy.
history, so deep in history that is just, I urge you guys, go back and read the history about El Grito del Are. Go back and
Yeah.
read about Mr. Hernandez Marin. I mean, it's just an amazing just information, and it's gonna make you proud to learn more about your culture and how everything came about. Because it's crazy how
El Grito was
everything entwines with each other. You know what I mean?
yeah, it was part of the first major revolt against Spain when it was ruled in Puerto Rico. So
Yeah, they.
Rico was ruled by Spain. There was only a certain amount of things they was do. So, like I said, just learn your history, guys. Like Evie said, just look into it. Check out the Grito de Lares. Check out Rafael Hernandez, and learn about your culture because you know, like I said, a lot of people will think Mark Anthony sang that song, and he
And
created that
he's
song.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
He just elevated it. He like upgraded it. He elevated it.
I can't say he did it. He sang it,
More
but
yeah, he sang it. He brought it.
he sung it. And remember, guys, you got to understand, Mark Anthony's a New Yorker. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be a New Yorker and a native Manhattan guy, he just showed what it is. He's from East Harlem. Am I right?
Yeah, he's from East Harlem.
Like he's from East Harlem. He used to do freestyle, and now he's doing all these great salsa songs. And when he sings Preciosa, he brings it alive, alive for a historic man that passed away years before he ever thought of singing it. You know what I'm saying? So imagine the gusto that he does to sing the song. Oh, welcome in, Javier Lewis.
Javier!
Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
I think Javier Lewis. Yeah, I believe you do sing it better, Javier.
Yes, Javier, you could sing it better.
Yo, listen, I want to hear Javier sing it.
Listen, we gotta bring you into the
You know?
Charles. Put it in the budget. We're gonna bring Javier to come into the studio, and he's gonna sing it. Ay, Dios mío, espérate. Ay, I think I'm gonna cry too. But guys, yeah, but you see how excited this is? It's just it's part of history. It entwines with each other. And please do go back and research and read your history. There's so much stuff going on, and it's just entwined with music, with what our culture is.
Our culture is, yeah, it grows, it like it grew from Puerto Rican slavery and Puerto Rican, history, ancestry. This is what I'm saying, ancestry. You know what I'm saying? In the 1800s, we're in
Yeah.
2025. So imagine if it started in the 1800s, and the music has
And
evolved.
we're still
There,
fighting until this day. We're still fighting.
we're still fighting for our rights, our respect.
And yeah, and to have our own opinions, because a lot of people go into independent Puerto Rico and non-independent. It does, listen, at the end of the day, you believe on what you want to believe. I respectfully, we respect each other, but when it comes to culture, go back and read that history. Go back and read your history.
Yeah,
It's an event that we still talk about it. Is a magnitude. Y hablamos de este señor, que este señor fue an amazing contribution to Puerto Rico history, and it's just, unfortunately he passed away back in 1965. Pero mira, you know what I came across? El Banco Popular did a little thing for him back then, and I think you could still see if you could watch it on YouTube. And it was like a little something that they did, trying to give him um some kudos and homage of all what he's done.
yeah,
And he did. I think that was one of his final, or his last, uh where
harass.
you saw him, that he actually was spoke.
Hmm.
After that, he passed away a couple. I think it was a year ago, a year after. I'm sorry, a year after he passed away.
Yeah,
So guys, just go and try to see if you could find it. It was done by Banco Popular, por ahí por las 1964, 90, algo así. No sé mucho the time.
yeah. It's around
Oh,
1965 he passed away. I
yeah.
believe. Yeah. He passed away.
Yeah, he said, pay attention. Let these young people know and read and go back and research your history. No matter what country you're from, you go back and you research your history.
Listen,
Porque,
and that's what I
uh-huh,
want to talk about. You was right. Like we have the young kids nowadays. They don't know the past or the history. You know what I'm saying?
no
Like
saben nada.
they don't know nothing. Like it's not
What's
only
the
about,
meaning of our flag? What was our first flag?
but it's not about just the flag and stuff like that.
Nada saben.
Like same thing want to be music artists. They only know what they know now. They haven't even went further back and researched the music behind that. So I feel like if you would have searched behind the music and find out how the beginning of everything started, you will have a better understanding of music
Understanding, yeah.
and a better love for it. And
Absolutely.
I feel like, it's like being a movie director. If you want to start a movie, go back to the beginning, how they learned how to make color. You know what I'm saying? How they use different scales to change colors and stuff like that. So, and how
Absolutely, yeah.
so if you was gonna be a good movie director and you think this movie was good today, imagine how it was back then when they didn't have
So
all the
it's important. It's very important, bros, papito. It's very important for, educate this youth. Go back and get into what is the meaning of the flag? What is it? Why is it? For example, Puerto Rico. Why was the original, the first Puerto Rico flag, which is done during the Grito de Lares? Why is it that colors change? Why is this? Why is that? Why is it right now a lot of people get the Puerto Rico flag that is in black and white? I mean, all these things. Learn, research,
learning.
educate yourself.
Each flag will teach you a history. It's a history
Mhm.
lesson. Each flag is going to teach you how it is and how.
Lola Rodríguez de Tío, who was she? ¿Quién era Ramón Betance? Who was Rafael Hernández Mari? I mean, all these things. Please, encourage your kids to
Yeah,
learn.
you got to learn. Like it's part of your history. It's in your blood.
Yeah.
It's in your blood. Like
¿Y qué viva Puerto Rico?
I feel what you got to do is just learn what's in your blood and figure out, hey, listen, if I'm running around learning about this and learning about that, how could I, elevate myself? And the only way to do that is by the knowledge that you need. And that's how once you get that knowledge, you could perceive yourself to be whatever it is you want to be. But
And
you ain't
it's so beautiful and it's so emotional too
exactly one part.
to
It's
go through that.
yeah, yeah, listen, I'm not gonna lie, it is an emotional ride to listen and read and learn about your history because I know that I learned the hard way that
Yes, it is. Oh wow. Look at that.
yes, yes, she was actually in a magazine of the Latino Heritage Committee magazine. She was actually in it.
Yeah.
Um,
Look at that. Oh
yeah,
my
so
goodness.
like
That's a blessing.
I think it's very important for everybody to learn and figure it out because if you want to be a true salsero or a true singer or rapper or whatever it is, learn your history and
And if
find
you
out.
want to go out there, también, bros, papito, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if you want to go out there and advocate for Puerto Rico, advocate for better programs, better school in Puerto Rico, educate yourself on what you're fighting for. Because a lot of people is, what bothers me sometimes is like everybody's like, oh, that's what's going, I want to look cool, so I'm just gonna go and get up and do a video. My flag, I'm represent Puerto Rico. Do you know what is going on right now? Do you know what it means? What the flag means? Don't make a TikTok video with your Puerto Rico flag, but do you know the meaning of what is going on right now? So
Yeah,
educate yourself. If you want to advocate, if you want to go out there and march and for something, whatever you believe in, educate yourself. Not just do it because you want to look cool and do a TikTok video.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think
I'm
it's
sorry, that's my opinion, and I
no,
respectfully
no. Respectfully, you was correct.
don't
Like
get up. Hey,
people,
look at my Puerto Rico outfit. Let me just take a picture and just go like this and see me walk. No, it's more than that. It's more than that. And
too, like
I really don't like that when I see it. I don't like that.
yeah,
And
like
I like to do TikTok videos.
even when they go to the parade, like even when they head to the Puerto Rican parade,
Yes,
they don't. It's like they don't even know why they celebrating a parade for, and they just going.
exactly.
You need to understand what you're going through and what everybody went through in those years. When I went to PR and I went over there, they had this thing called
Absolutely.
La Crucejita de Vejía, right in Ponce, PR.
Uh-huh.
Crucejita.
Huepa, viva Ponce.
And I went over there and I learned that that cross was actually it's like a giant cross. You can see it all over Ponce, and you learn that that cross is actually a memorial. It's actually a memorial because back in the days there was a village that lived on the mountains of that area, and then there was a landslide, and it just took out all the village. You know what I'm saying? So
Look at that.
the Crucejita de Vejía is exactly a memorial for those people who they couldn't find, you know what I'm saying, and couldn't rescue at the time, because it was back
Y
in the
mira para allá. Look at that. What you share with us. That's history.
that's
That
his
is like a story that is so good and to focus and read all these things so you can pass it on to others.
yeah,
I didn't know about that.
yeah, I learned it, like I'm
Ain't
from
that
here,
something?
I was born here, you know what I'm saying, but my blood is from over there at the end of the day. But what I learned is that going over there to PR, you learn so much about yourself and so much
Hmm.
about your history once you go over there. Like you go over there, you learn the history, you learn the culture, you learn the people. You know what I'm saying? People will make it seem like, oh, being in PR is a dangerous place or whatever. No, it's not. Everywhere is dangerous, no matter where you go. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you come in and respect the culture and respect the people. And when I went there just to learn. And like my grandmother passed away. I met my grandmother's sister, and she showed me around. I went to La Huancha and Ponce, so I started learning about the Parque de Bombero, La
Todo eso, yeah.
La Crucejita de Villa. I was learning about these things. I went there not only as, a New Yorker, I went there as a Puerto Rican tourist just to learn, what I'm saying, to get the information that I need, what I'm saying, because you could read it in book and learn about, Isabella and all these people and how it was a commonwealth and everything. You could learn and read it. But going over there and experiencing the culture itself, checking out the architect, like it's such a blessing that it's good to learn your history, man. Like, I don't know, man. I think I'm just blabbing here, but I
Pero no, pero that's how it is, and that's how we keep moving forward and doing good things and paying it forward and doing do what they say el granito de arena just to be a better person and to continue the culture, the lineage, las costumbres de nosotros, de nuestras familias. So please, guys, just educate yourself. Just dive into all this fantastic history, and you see it. You're gonna feel so much better.
yeah,
Because I'm like, I started like reading this and reading that, and I was just like, wow.
yeah,
I was amazed and
it's
very
great.
proud. It made me more prouder.
It makes you more proud to learn your history and where your family came from. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Um,
when I went over there, I got to see the way my grandmother was living and the way she had to pick an apples off the tree, get
you
bananas
get
off
to experience a lot of things too. Like we don't get like if
things.
you're in the city, tú no puedes, you go to Querepas. You're not gonna pick Querepas in
You're not
Central Park.
apples here, over
Imagine that.
you gotta wait for a seasonal time here in New York, and then you go to the supermarket and then you buy some canepas, or you wait for the Spanish person on the highway walking around with a bag of canepas, you know.
I know.
And but when you go to PR, you actually could climb the tree and pick your own canepa and taste it while you're climbing up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and grab your mango and grab your own bananas. So that's great.
El plátano, el racimo de guineo. Ay, qué bueno. Ay, qué
All right.
rico. Con bacalao. But anyway,
Yeah,
listen. At the end of the day, guys, just dive in and you're gonna be amazed with history.
that's true.
Definitely. Pero mira, don't be amazed. There was some sheeps que estaban por ahí. Listen, they were crazy in California. You know what happened with the you know what happened with the sheeps?
But,
Eran
but
como las cabras en Puerto Rico. Mira, they were like this, yo, let's all escape and let's get the heck out of this pen so like that we could go to I don't know the mountains. Well, you know what? They didn't expect it that it was gonna be a neighborhood, houses everywhere. Police is after you. Man, they were just like walking like bah.
listen, that was in California.
Yeah,
That's about over 300 trees. You know what I'm saying? They was on the land, and they was like really bad. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that was bad.
They were bad. They was like out and
Esa cheap, esa chiefs, the
yo,
chiefs. No,
yo,
pero sheeps,
sheeps.
sheep. Eso cheap.
Yeah,
Mira, eran
sheeps.
bien cheap, yeah, they were very cheap. Said, man, they went crazy.
Those sheeps, they were from Wayward, California, and they wandered from the pen on Wednesday and onto the winding road in Santa Barbara, presenting residents with an abnormal traffic jam. So
Había un tráfico, Dios mío, yo no puedo, no puedo. And they were like this. They were walking like this, moving their booties like this. Get out of the way.
I can imagine they like this. Bah, 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 bah.
Hacia Puerto Rico con las cabras. But you
Bad.
know what happens in Puerto Rico with the cows? The cows be like all over the place. They be, escaping everywhere. I be like, oh my god, what is wrong with them? But mira, that's what was happening in California. We were going through all these changes, and mira, ay, la cabra,
Look at
ay,
these guys.
mira para allá,
Oh, look,
Felipe, Juan,
look! I found the black
Miguelito.
sheep. I
That's a
found the
black
black
sheep.
sheep.
Oh my God, we found the black sheep, Bronx Papito. That's right. There, you got good eyesight, Bronx Papito.
Yo,
Charles, we found the black sheep.
I
Oh,
found the black sheep. You need to ask them.
because once you go,
Well,
black
it,
sheep, you
well,
never go back.
it, well, it turns out the grass wasn't greener on the other side for those
And it
sheep.
sure wasn't. It sure wasn't. They found out, yeah. You know what the sheep get? You know what fingers they get?
They get those-
From that dog. And you know what? Look, I'm gonna give 4 thumbs up to the black sheep because he,
Yo,
he was doing it.
you
He
was
was
doing
doing
it.
it.
Black sheep.
Listen, he was down. He was like,
You
"Yo,
know,
fellas, I'm coming with ya. I'm coming with ya, and I don't care. I'm just gonna hide. I'm just gonna mingle within you guys. Nobody's gonna know who I am." Yeah, right. Parece un lunar.
well, we happy to report that the flock is back where they belong, and everyone is
They made it
to
back.
normal.
They back to
They
normal. They
back
back.
to
Ay,
normal.
Dios mío.
you know,
Ay, Dios mío. Pero mira, listen. Hey, Chiefs, call us. Call us. We'll go and hang out with you.
straight up.
I need a coat. I need a wool coat. That's
Yeah,
where wool comes from, right? Wool
yeah.
comes
That's
from
where wool
sheep,
comes
right?
from. You're from sheeps.
Listen, we're gonna go over there. I need a new coat. We're gonna go over there. We're gonna shave you.
I need a brand new Woolrich.
Yes, because that's what they. And then once you shave them, it goes back up. It gets knotted again.
Yeah.
Might as well get a coat. Why not? Hey, pero mira, it's better than that than to be. Mira, déjame say another thing that is crazy. You know who's gonna get? Who's the burro of the week? Los
Who's the
Chino
Woolrich?
from China. You know why? Because they coming up with this adult pacifier. They need to stop this. Los Chinos, they're always inventing things. They're coming up with some new things. What's going on with Chinos? Well,
Why?
evidently,
You know
yeah,
why? Why you want to be an adult person? First of all,
chupando.
say look, look at my teeth. Like I don't want to make them worse than what they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when you chupa too much, you start, your teeth start getting a little, dent. You start the gums start, a little
Those are the
jolly.
people who want to be professional suckers.
I guess they're professional suckers, but it causes a problem. As an adult, it causes you a problem. Ay, ¿qué es eso? What? Ay,
That's how you.
papito, what's that?
That's how you chupa on
Is
a
that? Oh, I thought it was like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Esta gente they funny.
Chinos are, ay, damn it, ay,
Look at
ay,
these
mira,
people.
mira.
Don't ask people, yo.
I need, you know what? If I have my own pacifier, I'm gonna like stylish. I'm gonna put glitter and the Puerto Rican flag in it. And listen, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna bring one into the studio next week. So we're gonna be down with that.
Well,
But
they could use my pacifier.
I know. Is that like the black sheep? Ay, María, que. Ay,
it's called the
my
black
God.
pacifier.
The black I mean, it's supposedly it's stress relief. It helps you with the cravings. So you don't eat. Um, smoking. All this. It helps sleeping. I guess to go to sleep, people saying they need to suck on something.
It's
Yo no
something
sé
comes
nada.
to occupy hands and
It's like
mouth.
it's like the film. When you were a baby, you used to. I
But
think that it brings up that whole childhood
like
thing.
it says,
Hey,
Brad.
Brett, that's what we need. We're gonna get those.
I'm looking. But it says it helps with sleep, reduces smoke cravings, or simply gives something calming to occupy hands and mouth. You know
Ay,
what?
Dios mío.
You know what occupies the hands and mouth?
No, comiendo. Wow, wow, wow. Can I get a wow, wow? Listen, so we're gonna get the new pacifier. We're gonna. I guess everybody's gonna get a pacifier from me for Christmas.
Yeah,
Get
well,
ready.
psychologists call it a regression of phenomenon caused by overwhelmed adults seeking solace in early life comfort, root in deep emotional
Ay,
memory.
Dios mío.
These pacifiers, a curious modern day coping tool.
Ay, that's just
You
the
know what?
psychologist talking. Eso es de bobería. You guys, what you think? Comment below. What you think about this whole pacifier situation?
You know what I
No
think about
entiendo
it?
eso.
I think you guys are burros. And you know what
Yo
finger you
puro.
get? You know what finger you get? You get this
This
one.
one.
And y'all
You
point
yeehaw. Yo burro.
you know what I'm saying?
Yo burro.
If you want a pacifier to chupa on, I got a portable one.
Oh my God. Yes, yes. So listen, guys. We're about to. I think it's time. I think it's time for us to say goodbye to all our little friends. Mwah, guys. Pero mira, educate yourself. Oh my God, my puppy just cried.
Yeah, it's so
Yes,
sweet. I
we're
love it.
gonna miss you guys. We always have good conversations every week, right?
Yes.
So
Come check us every weekend. I mean, every week.
yeah,
Yeah.
share.
So you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitch. And if you have the Roku TV, download the
Download.
Multi Network app, and you can find us there. All right. So,
Yo,
guys,
listen. So guys, I'm sorry, Bon Papito, but listen. Just dive into the heritage. Get yourself a pacifier. Go follow those sheeps because we're gonna hang out with them, right? We're gonna get a new coat. And listen, be proud of your heritage. Look at what Bad Bunny's doing. Let's start networking. Let's start making moves and start being happy now. Okay?
yeah,
Bella.
definitely for real. So, guys, be safe, be blessed, be you. Have
Bye, guys.
bye.
Bye. Wepa.
Aquí en el Latino Ruido todo puede ocurrir. El Latino Ruido.